Hello dear students, here is a video of chapter number 8. In this chapter you are mainly going to study about 8 union your states and union territories. So most of you must be having the old book, so I want to tell that in your first line it must be given to you that India has 29 states and 7 union territories. Okay beta, but now the bill was passed, and as you know that article 370 has been taken off from Jammu and Kashmir. So now it has become into two union territories, that is two new union territories, that is Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. And one more bill was passed, that Daman and Diu and Dadar and Nagar Haveli, okay, Dadra and Nagar Haveli will be immersed into one union territory. So that's why now at present India has 28 states and 8 union territories. Okay, now after that we will come across all the in the chapter you will come across that India is a land of diversity. Okay, you will study about the neighboring countries. So first of all you must be clear in your mind that how many states and union territories are there in our India. So finally, at present scenario, India has 28 states and 8 union territories. Okay, beta. The National Capital Territory, Delhi, is also a union territory. Each state has government known as state government. The union territories are directly administered by central government. So if we see that every state has an government, state government, the chief minister used to rule over that state. But for union territories, that thing is administered by the central government. Only two union territories, that is New Delhi and Puducherry, have the chief minister. This line also, I think confusion is there, but now Jammu and Kashmir will also have a chief minister. Okay, beta. So come to the next page. In this page you will see Jammu and Kashmir and different states right from Jammu and Kashmir. It has been shown in the political map of India, the different states of India, and 28 states. Remember that we have 28 states now. Here is a list of union territories and their capitals, so it will be good for your GK. Kindly learn this. Okay beta, and here you can see union territories, that is capital cities. Okay, what I was telling to you that earlier we were having this 7 union territories now. So now we will have as article 3, as the Indian government has taken article 370 from Jammu and Kashmir, so now it has become 2 new union territories, that is Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh. But so it should be 9 union territories according to this. But now what happens that one more bill was passed, this Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu will be considered as one union territory. That's why it has, our union territories had been decreased from 9 to 8. Now that's why we have 28 states and 8 union territories now. Now the neighboring countries of India. India has 9 neighboring countries. It shares a common land boundary with 7 countries. China, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Nepal and Myanmar. Sri Lanka and Maldives are our neighboring islands. China, Nepal, Bhutan, it lie to the north of India. Pakistan and Afghanistan to the northwest, as you can see in the map of India. Bangladesh and Myanmar to the east, and Sri Lanka and Maldives to lie to the south of India. India and its neighboring countries has formed an association called SAARC. इसका फुल फॉर्म है द साउथ एशियन एसोसिएशन फॉर रीजनल कोऑपरेशन. तो सार्क का सबसे बड़ा फंक्शन यही है कि दैट इट वर्क्स टू प्रमोट पीस अमंग डिफरेंट नेशन, unity among these countries, and being a neighboring country we should be united. And you know that the business is also one of the main key role of this SAARC organization. इंडिया इज़ अ लैंड ऑफ डाइवर्सिटी, है ना. बिकॉज वाई इंडिया इज़ अ लैंड ऑफ डाइवर्सिटी? बिकॉज वी इफ़ वी लुक फ्रॉम नॉर्थ टू साउथ, अगर हम नॉर्थ से लेके साउथ और ईस्ट से लेके वेस्ट इफ़ वी लुक, what we will find that we have different people, different attire they are wearing, different type of clothes they are wearing, different type of languages they are saying, different type of food they are eating. Even though what it makes one that we all are Indian, हम सब भारतीय हैं. इतनी सारी भिन्न भाषाएं होने के बावजूद, इतने सारे खान पान हमारे तरीके हमारा अलग है. साउथ का खाना अलग, नॉर्थ का खाना अलग, ईस्ट में जाओगे तो खाना अलग, वहाँ की भाषाएं अलग, पहनने के कपड़े अलग. फिर भी हम सब एक चीज़ हमको एक सूत्र बांधता है, वो ये है कि हम भारतीय हैं. इंडिया इज़ अ लैंड ऑफ डाइवर्सिटी. इट हैज़ डिफरेंट लैंड फॉर्म्स. द क्लाइमेट आल्सो चेंजेस फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर. The some parts of the country are very hot and while some are extremely cold. Some places receive heavy rainfall whereas some places receive little rainfall. As the first paragraph says that even the climate varies. Even the climate varies of our India. है ना. हमारा क्या है कि भैया कहीं पर ज़्यादा बारिश हो रही है तो कहीं पर कम, कहीं पर ज़्यादा ठंड है तो कहीं पर कम ठंड है. More than a billion people live in India. They belong to different religion, tribes and races. They speak different languages, wear different clothes, eat different type of food. In spite of all these differences in their way of life, they call themselves Indians. There is a unity in diversity. This diversity make our country special and very interesting. और यही diversity हमारे देश के एक भिन्न बनाती है, एक अलग बनाती है दूसरे देशों से. We will see that major rivers of India. In India we have perennial and non-perennial rivers. Perennial are those that flow from snow-covered mountain. Perennial rivers वो rivers हैं जो snow-covered mountains, यानी कि जो पीक पे mountains पे जो बर्फ़ जमा होती है, जब वो पिघलती है तब वो नदी के फॉर्म में हमारे लिए बहती है. और the same thing, and these rivers are called snow-fed rivers क्योंकि snow से आया है. The snow-fed rivers are Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra and Indus. These are the example of perennial rivers. The non-perennial rivers get water from rains. The rain forms streams which come together to form river. और non-perennial rivers, ये rivers वहाँ हैं जहाँ पर ज़्यादा बारिश होती है. और कहाँ होती है? जहाँ हमारा जो सदर्न पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया का है वहाँ पर बारिश ज़्यादा होती है. और जहाँ पर ये बारिश ज़्यादा होने की वजह से these rivers are known as non-perennial rivers and the rain forms streams which come together to form river. The most of the non-perennial rivers are in the southern part of India, as I told you. These rivers are Krishna, Kaveri, Mahanadi, Tapi, Narmada. The rivers is stored in dams and these rivers are stored in dams and later used the irrigation production of electricity. Bhakra Nangal Dam is the biggest dam of India. इन नदियों के ऊपर डैम बनाया गया है और जो डैम है वो मल्टीपर्पज़ प्रोजेक्ट है. इस प्रोजेक्ट में क्या होता है कि ये जो डैम है वो किसानों के लिए इरिगेशन के लिए भी मदद करती है और हमारे लिए बिजली भी पैदा करती है. हाउ इट वर्क्स दैट यू विल अंडरस्टैंड इन द फ्यूचर क्लासेस. वी हैव द बिगेस्ट डैम इन इंडिया इज़ भाखड़ा नंगल डैम. इट इज़ द मैप ऑफ इंडिया and it has shown the different rivers and from where it is flowing the different parts of India. You can see that Ganga and Yamuna, that is, I have told you that it is perennial rivers, and at the down you can see that this Kaveri, Krishna, these are non-perennial rivers in the southern part of India. So here we have finished the chapter. As I told you that you can learn the capitals. It will help you in your GK, and keep in mind that what all changes I have told, that India has now 28 states and 8 union territories. Why 8 union territories? क्योंकि दमन, ये जो दादर एंड नागर हवेली एंड दमन एंड दीव, अब ये एक कंसिडर किया जाता है. It will be considered as one, so it has become one union territory. And 2 new union territories are Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh. Okay beta, that's why we have 8 union territories now. ठीक है. and the next class we will discuss the question answers of this chapter. Till then, revise this chapter. Thank you, beta.